the first people who should show commitment to the national cause is leadership. And leadership is there only to make money. Leadership is not there to make sure that what Ghana football
on what basis?
I am saying
on what basis?
I am saying
no,
that,
on what basis? Yeah.
We are in this country where $100,000 were paid to people
for
because they qualified for the World Cup, and they call that a performance bonus.
Welcome to the Soccer Punch on the Yao Media channel. My name is Josiah. Today we have quite an interesting topic to discuss here, and I'm sure that you would really love it. It's yet another international break where players or across the world, or the European top 5 leagues, or the European leagues, if I should put it, would be flying to their various countries to partake in their respective tournaments. So in Africa, it's still the AFCON 2025 qualifiers, which will be played in Morocco come next year. But we'll be narrowing it down to the Blackstars of Ghana because something quite interesting happened. As far as the AFCON 2025 qualifiers is concerned, Ghana finds itself in the same group with Angola, Niger, and then Sudan. But after 4 games played, the Blackstars are winless. And guess what? You have Angola already booking qualification to the 2025 tournament in Morocco with 12 points. But then in second place is Sudan, who are on 7 points. And Ghana, after 4 games, we have only 2 points, meaning we've only drawn 2 games. So with 2 more games to go, we find ourselves 5 points behind second place Sudan, which means that per our calculations, if you draw your calculator, Sudan will have to lose their next 2 games, and the Blackstars would have to win their next 2 games to seal qualification to the showpiece in Morocco. But then it's still possible. But I'll get back to you. The interesting take over here was that many Ghanaians were clamoring for Coach Otto Addo, thinking that there was a very unrealistic chance of qualifying to the showpiece in Morocco. So they were thinking that Coach Otto Addo would just go in and call quite a number of local-based players to feature because they think that chances of qualifying to Morocco is slim. But guess what happens next? Coach Otto Addo declines that offer. Out of that 25-man squad for the upcoming games against Niger and then Angola, he only gives a call-up to 3 local-based players, which is, I think,
Emmanuel
Afo, Isaac Afo, who plays for Salmatex 1996, and then you have Emmanuel Inject, who plays for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and then there's Razak Simpson, who plays for Nations FC. So a chunk of the players apply their trade outside. Let me be specific. That's in Europe, and then just 4 days to our very first game against Angola. Reports we are hearing is that 8 of the players have decided not to join the camp of the Blackstars for the upcoming games, and reasons mostly due to injury. But for Joseph Painter, who plays straight in the USA, in the MLS with LA Galaxy, he stated personal reasons for being the reason why he doesn't even join the squad. So 8 out of the 25 players called up to the camp of the Blackstars have declined call-up. And we are here to talk thoroughly and extensively about the incident and Blackstars' chances of qualifying. Earlier on, we heard from Coach Otto Addo saying that he's taking the captaincy of Mohamed Kudus, and Jordan Ayew will be the new captain. But let's talk about the players who are not coming. Tariq Lamptey, Ibrahim Osman, Alexander Jiku, Antoine Semenyo, Inaki Williams. You can mention them. All these players declined to play for the Blackstars. So we are just asking, is it a matter of being loyal and patriotic, or you think these players feel it's a lost cause? Why should we even join the Blackstars for games where we think we are just fighting a lost cause? We wouldn't be able to qualify to the AFCON. You can also share your view over here. And interestingly, Coach Otto Addo also disclosed that Thomas Partey had wanted to join the camp, but he turned him down because he feels that he's not committed enough. And guess what? Days later, he shoots himself in the foot because the players he feels are committed just declined the call-up. So trust me, it's going to be an interesting conversation here. I have 2 of the best in the business, and they really know some of them, or these guys are really close to some of these players we're talking about. So, trust some to hear first-hand information on this particular show. My name is Josiah, and I introduce to you Courage and then also Force. So I have Courage to my right and then Force to my left. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Now we're talking about a very delicate issue, Force and Courage, where it's all about the Blackstars, our Blackstars, where there are 2 crucial games on the line. You win both, Sudan loses both, and you are into the AFCON. Now, Coach Otuado gives a call up to 25 players. And during the early hours of Monday, just 4 days before, or even 3 days before their game against Angola, we are hearing that some of these players have declined call-up because it's believed that they picked up injuries, with their respective club sides. Let me start off with you, Courage. What's the general overview of this issue?
See, the players, they know. It's mission impossible. That's it.
But does that warrant their decision not to join the camp
never.
when you have to serve your country?
Because who played from the beginning? These same players.
Okay.
So if I were to be the coach, I would have taken the decision into my own hands and then cancel these players.
You're never going to call them again?
Yes.
But isn't that you don't even believe that these players are injured in the first place? You don't think they are injured?
None of them. None of them.
No, but how are you questioning? Are you questioning?
See, if players, we know players who are injured, and then even
how do you know?
See, didn't Semenyo complete 90 minutes for Bournemouth over the weekend?
Yeah.
Joseph Pencil.
But it was a late incident. It was after a late assessment.
There are certain information you're not supposed to bring them out there. But see,
for the sake of
I
this,
will say it.
For the sake of this show.
Do you know why Jerome Opoku declined?
No.
The call up.
The Basak Sehe defender.
He said he's been the Blackstars since. He's never given a chance to play. Now that you are in shambles or you are going for a mission impossible.
So you have tagged that mission impossible to qualify for AFCON 2025.
It's a waste of time because when there are important matches, you don't feature him. And then this match is
a dead rubber.
Pass no way. And then you want me to come?
But mathematically, we are still in there.
Mathematically, you are still in. Like, logically.
Logically, you are still. Whichever you choose. If mathematically you are in there, then you still have a chance because anything happens in football.
No, come on. Let's not.
No, but why are you questioning? Why are you questioning? Why are you questioning? The decision of these players not to play because they are injured.
See, if players are injured, their club sends report.
But these are late. These are late late reports we got. This players. But is it impossible? Are you trying to tell me it's impossible for a player to get injured after a game?
8 players all of a sudden.
It
should tell you something.
So what? No, you think these players connived? No, you think they connived?
It was something like
But we have a player playing in the US.
Do you know during the AFCON EPL European Championship will be going on? Yes. So these players, they see some of them.
How many of them play their trade? How many of them are even playing in European?
Majority of the players who
Joseph Pencil doesn't play.
Some portion of it.
Tariq Lamptey is not playing in Europe. Easy.
Tariq Lamptey plays for Brighton.
He's not playing in Europe. Brighton Hove Albion isn't playing in Europe.
But the IPL will go on.
Yes, it's EPL, but they're not playing in Europe.
But it will go on. It will go on.
But he's not the only player playing in the Premier League who is supposed to be with the club. Mohamed Kudus is playing equally would play in the Premier League.
Mohamed Kudus hasn't featured for his club West Ham in the past 2 matches.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, so he needs match fitness. And then already he captained the team previously.
So because of the fact that he's the captain, he chose to join the team.
Yes.
So, but that's still loyalty. That's still patriotism.
Feels disrespected. His issue is when he comes to the national team, you play certain players ahead of him. There are a lot of political tags against him and stuff. So this one that qualification is not assured. You want me to come and play for disgrace?
I'm not coming.
So at the end of the day, you say these players fail to qualify.
We'll get back to that. First, we are looking at a very, very delicate incident here, and what really interests me is the fact that this coach talks about Thomas Partey as a player who is not dedicated, so he declines his call-up because Partey willingly had wanted to join.
This thing was happening.
Then all of a sudden you have 8 players just
he didn't see that coming.
Making you eat the humble pie, making you feel like because you question the commitment of one player, and then all of a sudden 8 players tell you that you're not committed.
Who is the captain of the Black Stars?
The substantive captain has to be Andre Ayew. Then Thomas Partey.
Who is the captain of the Black Stars?
Now,
yes.
As per the report, then it's Jordan Ayew.
No. The captain of the Black Stars is Alexander Partey. Right?
He's the vice captain.
No. The Ayew is not part of the squad.
No, but it's not been confirmed.
Yeah, it's not been confirmed.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, he's playing in Europe.
The day, please. The way you disrespect your players, right? when they decide not to honor national team collapse, don't criticize them.
But where's the disrespect?
Look at the way we discarded Jordan Ayew.
His time was up.
I said, look at the way we discarded.
Was there anything wrong with it? No. Just elaborate. Was there anything wrong with it?
If, for Christ's sake, if you don't want to call your captain, right, one of the most experienced players in the squad, there should be justifiable reasons to that effect.
Well, of course he did.
What are the justifiable reasons?
He was clubless at that point. He was clubless.
And we have had players clubless who have been.
But not under the regime of Otuado.
I am saying that we have had clubless people, or if I say people, clubless footballers who have been called.
Can you take us back?
Please, let me go. I don't want to insult today.
Okay.
For the coach to call into question, right?
Calm down.
No, you see, for the coach to call into question the faithfulness towards the Ghanaian cause of Alassada Pate is a crime.
And why do you think so?
Oh, yeah, it's a crime.
Why do you think so?
See, for the past 6-7 years, there's only 1-2 players, right, who have shown much more dedication towards the national
That's
cause.
a fact. Aside the Ayew brothers, nobody can lose.
But what's your definition of dedication here? What's your definition?
We have
every
had
single
situations-
call-up.
We have had situations where Alassada Pate,
Thomas Pate.
I don't know why.
Thomas Pate.
On record was injured.
Like
He
Lewis, his
brought his
medical
own
team.
physio to Ghana.
That's the
At
point.
his
So
own cost.
Yes.
Please.
that's Thomas Pate.
Please.
That's Thomas Pate. Yeah.
What we are saying is that the coach has absolutely no right to call into question the dedication of Thomas Pate to the national cause. You see, Thomas Pate over the past 3-4 years has been the best midfielder for us now. Based on footballing alone, Thomas Pate should have renewed his contract by now. But his body is not allowing him. His body is fragile because of injuries. As Pate can decide not to play for the national team again, so that he focuses on his national career.
He's got nothing to you lose anything.
For his body to recuperate well. But no. He chooses to come and represent the nation. And what does he get in return? Ridiculing him, insults.
But the coach feels when he's been needed the most.
Please.
That's the point. When he's been needed the most.
Questioning his commitment.
Of course.
You see, let's not be Pharisees. I get to the point. I am saying, from leadership to the last cleaner, there's nobody committed to the cause of the national team than these 3 players that I have mentioned.
Not even Kudus. We've seen Kudus. Kudus has been very committed.
See, the first people who should
Jojo Wallacott, Ali Duseidu.
The first people who should show commitment to the national cause is leadership. And leadership is there only to make money. Leadership is not there to make sure that what Ghana
on what basis?
I am saying
on what basis?
I am saying
no,
that,
on what basis? Yeah.
We are in this country where $100,000 were paid to people
for
because they qualified for the World Cup. And they call that a performance bonuses.
That was coming straight from FIFA. It wasn't from you.
Nowhere.
It was coming straight from FIFA. What have you? So where was it? Okay, so no. So educate us. Where was that money coming from? Where was that money coming from?
It did not come from FIFA.
So educate our viewers.
Who bears the cost towards the national team?
It's the government.
It's the government.
Yeah.
So if we qualify for the World Cup and money comes from FIFA, where is the money supposed to go?
It goes back to the government. And it did.
So why didn't you share it among themselves?
So at the end of the day, on what basis then do you pay yourself 100,000 quid for performance bonuses? Going to the World Cup.
Are they not entitled to incentives?
Are you now justifying?
I'm not justifying, but I want you.
Are you now justifying that qualifying alone to the World Cup is an achievement?
It's to some extent it is.
No problem. I agree. We are part of the problem. We are part of those who have brought mediocrity.
No, but before since the inception of the World Cup in 1930, when was the first time you made a first appearance?
When in 1990, when Pele said that the world has not seen African football yet until Ghana qualifies to the World Cup. Do you know the?
And what happened when you qualified to the World Cup?
The reason being that leadership had been poor, not because we were not playing good football. God being so good in 2006, we qualified, and the world saw the football we brought.
That was all.
So in that 2006 qualification, you can say that that's an achievement because we hadn't been there before.
Of course.
So subsequently, it became a norm for us to be there.
Yeah.
So if we continue going, it doesn't become an achievement again. It's, for example, if Precept wins the national
But if how many aside Nigeria to some extent, how many countries, African countries, have qualified to the World Cup more than Ghana, more times than Ghana?
How many?
How many? So that's the question. So that in itself is still an achievement because even Italy, the 4-time World Cup champions, World Cup winners, are failing to qualify.
Do you know that it should Brazil win the World Cup? It is not one achievement.
Why is it not an achievement?
Why should it be an achievement?
It's a record extended.
They have
five record extended. So are you telling me if Real Madrid should win the UEFA Champions League, it's not an achievement? It is.
It is their birth. They see it as their birthright.
It is.
I get to the point.
It is.
The record is going to be that for 22 years or for 20 years, you would not be qualifying to the AFCON. That is the disgraceful record that this FA is going to set. Yes. And they've already set it.
Let's talk about the issue at.
No,
let's not veer.
No, we are not veering. You see,
we are talking about
everything has conglomerated into what we are discussing right now. Because at the end of the day, right, every single person, football person, is part of the problem.
Why do you think these players rejected the call-up? Or why do you think it all of a sudden is it coincidental?
Am I in their head?
Is it coincidental? Do you think, that's what I'm asking you, do you think it's coincidental? Or you think we should allude it to the fact that these players think it's a lost cause? We are
ask your GFA to go and ask them. Tell your GFA to go and ask them. What do you think? Go and ask them. If 8 players who over the weekend completed 90 minutes.
Not everyone completed 90 minutes.
Majority of them.
Ibrahim Osman didn't complete 90 minutes.
Majority of them completed 90 minutes. Put in a request that was they are injured. They don't want to come for national assignment. And there's one, right, who said that he wants to come. And you tell him that no. Why? He's not committed. You. Hey, do you remember that this same coach said that Ghana's coaching job is not enticing enough?
Yes.
When was that done?
Yes.
Yeah, but maybe at that time. There's a timeline. There's a timeline. Why?
No. Under 17.
Why?
Compare Dortmund. Under 17.
But then. No, get it right.
Coaching Ghana.
No, get it right.
No.
Then.
Under no circumstance.
He doesn't have the moral right to question anybody's patriotism. He doesn't have any moral right to question anybody's patriotism.
Should you compare the position of the head coach of the national team to that of coaching the
But how are you running things with regards to your football? How are you running things then?
Thank you. So when we come back and we say that one, the structural adjustment is wrong.
So he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong to say that at that point.
Why did he come back?
Because it looks enticing now.
From where?
No,
of course.
How many years has passed? Only 2 years has passed.
2 years is a lot. Is a lot from your perspective.
Money.
From your perspective.
You see the Bagman he has put us in. You see the Bagman.
But you lay the blames solely on his doorsteps.
Where's the head coach?
Otuado, of course.
So, okay.
Gentlemen, let's yeah.
Come and blame my grandmother.
Very soon I'll come and blame your grandmother. Now let's talk about the captaincy. There's been a switch, and which came, at a surprise of almost every Ghanaian, because we thought Mohamed Kudus was going to be the captain, of the side heading into the last 2 games. Now, Mohamed Kudus also serving suspension after what he did in that game against Tottenham Hotspur. Yes. During that panel, gave an excuse that
it was
frustration from national duty that actually got him or led him to indulge in that silly act, if I should put it. Now we are hearing that Jordan Ayew will be the new captain, and Kudus and Jiku, one of the players who had or has withdrawn from the squad, will be the assistant captains. Now, Courage, what do you think led to the change of captaincy within a short time?
I was really surprised when I heard Kudus was going to captain us in our previous matches, because we had four captains. We had the main captain and then 3 other assistants. Dede Ayew was the main captain. Yeah. Thomas Mate was the assistant.
Jiku was in there. Amate.
Ofori was the assistant two, and then
Jiku, yeah.
So if these three or these two are not around, who should the captain's man go to?
But
then I don't blame him because we've seen the Brazilian former coach also rotate captains. Today, Thiago Silva. Tomorrow, when the captain's armband was taken from Neymar, Marquinhos captain Sam, Daniel Alves, and co. Yeah, so maybe I thought it was from that, but then giving it to
but you think he feels guilty,
very much
for what happened?
Because yes. The only time you don't give the captain's armband to Jordan is if you know he wasn't going to play. Or even if he won't play, at least give him the respect, the due respect, or Jiku. I don't know why, but if you have a captain, the foundation laid down, you have a constant thing. Why do you vie for
But he said he's a coach, so it's his sole prerogative to give the captain to anyone he pleases to.
So why is he changing it now?
So that's why he's the coach. That's the point.
It's just a confusion.
Let me bring you in quickly with this captaincy issues and this whole hula baloo within the dressing room in the last two games. You think you could attribute some of these issues happening to the fact that the coach wasn't really decisive with that choice?
Things fall apart. The center can no more hold.
Yes.
The confusion, the quagmire, the dungeons that we see ourselves in is as a result of indecisiveness from leadership to the playing body. I get to the point.
Be specific.
And please. Me, I have said it on numerous occasions.
Is leadership the coach you're talking about? I just want you. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
When I say leadership, we have tactical leadership, we have managerial leadership.
Of course, okay.
Both of them, led by Kurt and what's the name of your coach again?
Otuado.
The two of them, they are the problems of this. And the FA, the entire body of the FA. Because, do you know that when it comes to the national team, a coach cannot change or a coach cannot give a captainship without the backing of the FA. The coach will consult with the FA.
That's not proven.
This is not club side. This is national.
This is not proven.
Okay, I don't know about that though.
Yes.
I'm now hearing it.
Go and check.
Okay.
Any national team you go, when Fabio Capello wanted to take the armband from John Terry because he slept with his
Bridge.
It was pressure from the FA. He asked. It was pressure from the FA. It was a directive from the FA. He didn't consult.
So the point I am making is that certain decisions the coach cannot take it alone. It comes with consultations or it comes with directives from what?
Now in this case, it's not.
I am saying that the coach for the national team cannot give the captaincy to Kudus in a vacuum. There's something behind it. I get to the point. Because one, like you said, there's a structured layout for the armband.
Yes.
There's a captain and there are vice captains. Yes. So if the captain is not there, one of the vice captains.
And then they named it assistant 1, assistant 2, assistant 3. So
do you understand? And then you bypass the assistant and then you give it to Kudus.
Yes.
Okay. On what basis then are you changing it from Kudus to Jordan again?
Yes.
If I were Jordan, I wouldn't have taken it. I'm telling you for
Same here. Yes, I won't do same.
Do you understand?
For what reason?
I am saying that
that's total disrespect.
If I were Jordan, I wouldn't have taken it.
But Jordan knows very well that the coach has the sole power to choose his captain on any Monday. And is the coach's decision? No one knows because you've not proven it. You've not proven it. Have you proven it?
This is what they have been saying. Prove it.
Because you can't prove it.
Ghana football is denigrating.
No, because you can't prove it.
What we have seen in Ghana football, everybody says prove it. Prove what?
Gentlemen,
prove what?
The Blackstars are in action on Thursday and then also on Monday at the Accra Sports Stadium. That's where they'll be playing.
How can you be in a group with Sudan,
Niger, Angola,
and be 10?
Come on,
struggling.
No reason.
After winning the Euros,
Niger play away from home. Niger doesn't have a home.
I'm asking a question.
Sudan doesn't have a home.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
After winning the 2020 Euros, did Italy qualify for the 2022 World Cup? That's Italy.
Yes.
All right, so gentlemen, this where we draw the curtains on this. I don't know how to put it, but this is an interesting episode of the Soccer Punch here. You can also join the conversation. Let us know what you think about what's happening in the Blasters. 8 players all of a sudden decide to withdraw.
Italy won
from
qualify.
The squad for the upcoming games in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. You can also leave your comment in the comment section. My name is Josiah. Thanks,
No,
Courage,
no, no,
and
no.
thanks for Atiga Mauli, and thanks to you out there for doing the watching. But don't also forget to subscribe to the channel and then also share the content. We'll be back same time and next time with another even interesting topic to discuss. Bye.